The third episode of Haunted Latin America is The Women from El Molino. The story is set in Mexico City, experienced and narrated by a police officer, Rodrigo Casas. His father expired very before. In the beginning of the episode, he proposed that he had been haunted for his entire life, but he wouldn't be alive unless it were not for the ghost. The way he was living his life was mortifying and terrifying. He would reside with her mother and was a single child. He believed that he had an ordinary childhood, but cryptic phenomena began to occur. He always felt that there was something else in his body. He often would hear a woman's voice in his bedroom that evoked him towards her. One day, Rodrigo intended to disclose the matter to her mother. Then, the Holy Bible fell from a shelf in front of them. The Bible was halfway opened, means somebody or something threw it to the ground forcibly. They were literally shocked by the event. Being frightened, they began praying as it were written in the Bible. Once, when Rodrigo was jogging wearing headphones, he described a lady's entity with a white nightgown. She indicated Rodrigo to stop. Then a speeding vehicle just passed by him. Later, the women disappeared, leaving a steam or smoke. After the shuddering occurrence, he returned home terrified and told his mother what he witnessed out there. Ever since it happened, he remained scared. He believed that he really saw the ghost of a woman. Later, he discovered that the lady was El Monino, who was a famous urban legend of his city. The urban legend was 300 years old when Spanish inhabitants migrated to Mexico to colonize for the first time. According to the book, El Molino was Mexican native and belonged to Conchos tribe. The woman had a Christian name, Margarita. She had a boyfriend named Marcos, but a Spanish military soldier who was stationed nearby got enamored with Margarita, but she didn't reciprocate his love. One day, when she was alone, the man violated her. El Monino, having felt disgrace, committed suicide by diving into the river. Legends believe her soul still exists around the river and surroundings. Even some people claimed to have seen her. Years later, in 2004, one day Rodrigo was returning from a party with one of her classmates who asked him to give her a ride to home. While they were heading to El Molino, he was a little exhausted and driving the vehicle with sleepy hands. While driving, he noticed the ghostly lady standing on the road. Minutes later, he again saw the ghost of El Molino in view mirror inside his car, with her huge jaw opened. Even his friend also saw her. Having seen the petrifying face, his somnolence and sense vanished in a second. They ran away from the place. The awful phenomena was stuck in Rodrigo's mother's head. Afterwards, Rodrigo's female friend almost went crazy. Rodrigo tried to help her to get over the shock. Even he was scared and had nightmares. Somehow he plucked up his courage and drove himself to El Molino to dispel the fear inside him by midnight. But the women never showed up. Later, Rodrigo's girlfriend ditched him as she felt he was attracted by the ghostly entity. Couple of years later, Rodrigo joined police force after studying criminology. On a casual duty, he again happened to notice El Molino inside a house. He communicated with his team saying he espied a woman. They replied that the territory was abandoned and no one supposed to be there. Rodrigo attempted to enter the house, but the door was locked with chain and a padlock. He again came in front of the window and saw the lady forbade him to come inside. While narrating his experience, He mentioned that whatever he did, he felt someone was watching him and he perceived a strong presence around him. Later, he purchased his own house. Even there, he kept hearing El Monino's voice. His house lights were flickering, and multiple paranormal phenomena began. He found his musical instrument playing on its own. He over again espied El Monino while climbing up the stairs to his room. But when he entered, she was vanished. Being dismayed, he rented his house to a lady named Diana. Diana stayed there comfortably for several years and never experienced any unknown disturbance. One day, Rodrigo, along with his better half, came to visit Diana. She was so skeptical about the ghostly story. Rodrigo opined to invoke El Monino in the room to make Diana believe she exists. Within these years, he realized that she wouldn't hurt him. When stated the name, El Monino presented herself in front of them. While summoning her, lights gone erratic, and Diana and Patricia, having seen El Monino, was terrified to the bone. One day, Rodrigo was on night patrolling with two officers. While observing the area on the car, he heard El Monino's voice. He looked behind but saw nobody. He felt like everything was moving in slow motion. She again whispered in his ear to prepare his gun. This time, she alarmed him and advised him to be ready for firing. Then and there, Mexican cartel assailed them from all the sides. Rodrigo said that he wanted to jump off the vehicle, but he felt something was holding him by his lower body. He acted like a puppet and did whatever he was instructed by the unearthly voice. Rodrigo and the officers fought for their lives, but one of their teammates was injured severely. Tragically, even after hospitalization, the doctor couldn't save her life as she was shot multiple times on her chest during the gunfight. Rodrigo proposed that he was being directed by El Monino. She saved his life. The shootout was recorded in street surveillance camera where we could see he was firing at the hostiles. When the investigation commenced, everybody was stunned to see him unscathed, because in that perilous situation, none should have survived. The nabbed offender claimed to have shot him and seen him dead. He saw in the footage that the shooter was right behind him and easily could slay him, but he got down before the shooter targeted him. Perhaps El Monino invisibly made him dodge the bullet, and inexplicably he remained alive. Rodrigo further added he still feels El Monino's presence and accepted it in his life. And here, episode 3, The Women from El Monino, draws the conclusion. I think the significance of the episode was that not all the ghosts are malignant or harmful. Some of them help people too, but some people are unable to perceive that and stays with fright. And few days ago I interpreted Haunted Latin America's previous 2 episodes. Unless you watched it, go for it. Link is given in description box. Well, I guess that's all for today. Thank you.